We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Dr. Lê Hữu Giang for his insightful sharing and meaningful guidance. His message emphasized the crucial role of education in shaping a new generation of environmental responsible for the environment. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the key factors determining sustainable development rely on non-tangible resource is the human resource. In the context of green transformation become global trend, training worker with knowledge, skill, mindsets for sustainable development is an urgent requirement. To help us gain more comprehensive understanding, we are honored to welcome Dr. Lê Minh Tâm, Education and Sustainable Development Expert, Institution for Tourism and Community Development Research. We respectfully invite him to present on the topic from classroom to the destination, defining human resource for green tourism in the era of sustainable development. We currently invite you, sir. Yes, thank you, JMC, for the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, delegate business manager, and all students. First of all, I want to thank you to the organized committee to share my thought with all of you. My topic today is training human resource for green tourism and sustainable development. Few years ago, I went to Cù Lao a survey. I met a tour guide, local tour guide, very impressive with this tour guide. The foreign language skills is very impressive, and understanding of local history very deep, and that impressed me the most. That's before tourists arrive. His message, the visitor, you must bring the personal our bottle instead of using bottle, and limit the use of plastic bag. And this message, he explained that why in Cù Lao Chàm area people say no to the one-time plastic, and I'm pretty impressive. I'm pretty surprised. The visitors come to in the surveys is very happy, and they brought the personal bottle, and they don't mind. This means these visitors understand that protect the environment is also protect the beautiful of the destination, beauty of the destination, and those perception of the tourists is depend again partly thanks to the tour guide, right? At the time, I also realized so that is tourism sustainable isn't really like that. It starts with the awareness and the simple action from the human, not from the $1 million project. Then why when it is important, people don't just the tourism industry just by the member, the visitors, or they evaluate on environmental protection, improve overall capability, bring long-term benefit to the local community. According to the Tourism and Transport Council, World Tourism and Transport WTTC, our tourism industry contribute to 10% of global GDP, and every year generate every million work for job for people. However, a lot of don't benefit the tourism industry, causing a lot of pressure on the environment, like green gas emission, natural resource consumption, and increase of the waste and the tourist destination. That's why many countries are prioritizing the development of green and sustainable tourism. In Vietnam, we also have very for favorable conditions. Our country has thousands of historical sites and many things that's recognized by UNESCO. We also have diverse natural ecosystem from mountain to Iceland. This is the valuable resource to developing tourism. But if we keep exploiting it without proper planning or without the sense of conservation, then the resource will be lost, depleted over time. However, many low quality people also have some positive and economic action. For example, in Hội An, in addition to raising the old town, the city was encouraged to use bicycle, developing community-based tourism, reduce plastic waste in tourism activity. In Chiang An, they have team management model that integrate natural conservation and tourism development. Then we can see that when the government, business, and citizens work together, we can possibly create a destination that's attractive and sustainable. However, policy or infrastructure are not the most and for the success of this model, and but the human resource. So what the human resource is supposed to do? That is a tour guide who knows to tell the story about local culture. Hotel employee understand the importance of saving money, energy, or manager know how to balance economic benefit and environmental protection. So integrated in training with not only students how to organize tour or manage or run the tourism, we need to training human that have a sustainable development mindset, knowing how to work with the community, possess additional skills, process cultural, and is responsible for environmental responsibility. I have tell my student that student green skill are not a subject. It's a mindset, a way of thinking. When building a travel program, the student must ask themselves, this activity does generate a lot of waste and impact of the people lives, local life. It contributes to cultural preservation, or it just employs cultural to for commercial purpose. Then the question can help students become a responsible tourism worker. Ladies and gentlemen, to training human resource for the future, we think that we need to have a cooperation between school, business, and local communities. For example, school provide an academic foundation, business bring one practical environment, and the community will help the student understand that each destination has its own unique cultural and environmental value that need to be respected. I believe that the students are taught in lectural hall and experience in a practical destination and participate in community project, and then they will become not professionally but also in terms of professional responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, someone told me that we not inherit anything from ancestors, we are just borrowing it from the future generation. I think this statement is very true for the tourism industry. A greener beach, forest is protected, and the protected culture will become the invaluable for the next generation. Thank you for your listening.